Hi, my name is Marilyn Knight. I'm a Greek citizen, live in the UK. I've lived here for 25 years. I voted in all the local and European elections. This year, I seem to be being denied my vote because they received my declaration that I'm not going to vote in Greece 3 days later than their deadline. So I'm aware of my rights. I went to the polling station. My name was crossed out. There was a G against it. I said, it means I'm Greek. They said, no, it means you can't vote. And they said I can ring the electoral people in the council, which I did. So this was at 6 p.m. after a long day at work. The man said it was because they received my form late. I said, I don't believe that's a reason to not allow me to vote. I've got photo ID and you've got my declaration. And here I am in Wallasey and not in Greece voting. And he insisted, basically, I suppose, as a punishment for them receiving my vote late, which didn't have that much time to return it because they sent them all out late. And then, if I'm not mistaken, it was a second class envelope that came with it for returning it. So now I'm going to go back.
We got your number off by heart? You don't get it?
Yeah, it'll be in the list.
If you can read it still.
So it was actually crossed out?
Yeah, I had a G against it.
Which is,
Yeah.
Right.
Which
tells us
I
you're
thought
not
it
allowed
meant
to vote.
because I was Greek. I mean, I don't know why they received it late, but maybe it's because they had a second class envelope enclosed.
Well, exactly, that doesn't help.
I believe it was.
But I'm quite
You can
sure
turn
that
up with them.
the Electoral Commission did not set a deadline for them to arrive. The deadline of the 7th,
They received it on the
10th, they said. But the advice was for people who maybe I never received the form. I had to download it from the internet because it never arrived. And there are a lot of allegations that certain that do the mail shots were not delivering them, or they were going missing. And no, I queried it with the electoral registration officer on the 1st of May, because my husband got his polling card and I didn't, having sent a letter to them on the 25th of April to say, I haven't had my letter, I haven't had my form,
So
what's going
the
on?
the title of the form that you...
It's EC6. And they said they were sent out and I've never received it.
Hello, Elections, can I help you?
My name is Cozy Durfel Hill. I'm here with my friend who has been denied her right to vote on what to me seems a very spurious reason, and I know for a fact that we can insist for an officer from the Electoral Registration Office to attend here at the polling station to amend the register, and we know that that can be done until 9 p.m. Well, those are the rules set out by the Electoral Commission. If you would like me to, I can refer you to the Electoral Commission's website where I got that from. So, we are obviously already going to put a complaint in, but we know you can do this. It's within your power to do this. It's not her fault that the papers were sent out such short notice with a return envelope that's second class to arrive the day after a bank holiday, and then to not allow a couple of days grace is frankly a bit churlish. You still there?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Can I just ask, who am I speaking to? What's your name?
My name's Rob.
You're Rob. Nice to speak to you, Rob. I don't know if you spoke to Greg, the presiding officer here at...
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You did. Okay, so you know what the situation is.
Yeah.
Do you? Right. Okay. So are you going to come and amend the register?
Well, as I say, as far as I am aware, the form has to be back to us by the 7th of May.
Well, actually,
we have no jurisdiction to change that date.
Actually, the online registration had to be done by the 7th. There wasn't actually a published deadline for the form.
Well, not according to
And actually, there was a motion in Parliament to accept forms submitted on the day, i.e. today, at polling stations. I must admit, I don't know whether that motion went through, whether that was voted on, or whether that just ran out of time. But, you know, the form not being processed because it arrived a couple of days late is, as far as I can tell...
That's what it is.
But the legislation for the
contact number and get my manager to call you, because I can't do any more than what I've already done. I can
okay.
only tell you what I'm told.
That would be fantastic.
I have.
Can
That's the day, yeah?
Can I ask your manager's name?
Yes, Kate Robertson.
Oh yeah, she emailed me when I queried this, because I never received my form. Although I know you sent 2,500 forms out on the 11th of April, so you know, as soon as the Brexit deadline was moved and it became apparent that the UK might, I mean, it wasn't even confirmed until the 7th of May that the UK will actually participate in these elections. So I appreciate that Wirral Council, you know, fulfilled its statutory duty to send these letters out. Unfortunately, some of them didn't arrive, like mine.
Yeah. So you want me to get the call back?
Yes, please.
Yeah, you might as well call me back. My number is 077.
Right. No, I'm Kate Robinson.
She called you Tracy.
Elections manager.
Fantastic. So I'm here with my friend who is a Greek citizen, and she's on the electoral roll, and she has been for a long time. She voted in the local elections, no problem. Now, you know the forms, the EC6 form that we have to fill in to verify that we're not voting in our original country, but voting in the UK instead. Now, that's why I queried with you, because I never received that form, and I know others did. So I'm not blaming the council. I just think some got lost in the post. My friend returned hers, and apparently the return envelope was only a second-class post. So your colleague Rob just informed us that her form didn't arrive till the 7th.
The 10th.
The 10th instead of the 7th, and that's why she's being denied her right to vote. But as far as I can tell from information from the Electoral Commission, there was the deadline of the 7th of May was for the registration, the first registration. And I know that there was talk about extending the deadline or the processing time for the form EC6. But obviously some of that is...
I haven't been given that information.
Okay, I have been informed that the returning officer they have the power to come and attend at a polling station and amend the register until 9 p.m. So really we want to insist... Well, it is a
provision of clerical error.
But it is a clerical error.
No, it's not. We didn't receive Marilyn's form
until
the 10th of May, which was after the deadline of the 7th of May. So it's not a clerical error. She's missed the deadline to register to vote in these elections in the UK.
It wasn't registering, it was declaring I wasn't going to vote in Greece,
Exactly.
which you have my declaration.
She was registered to vote in local elections, but the return of this form was to allow her to vote in this country for the European. But the deadline for that was the 7th of May. And we didn't receive her form until the 10th of May.
Can you find somewhere a verification that the deadline for Form EC6 was the 7th of May?
Not for Wirral Council, but nationally and Europe-wide.
From the Electoral Commission.
National deadline.
Can you find verification of that for the form? Not for the online registration, but for the form to be returned?
It's on the Electoral Commission website. It's in there.
Okay, well, I was seeing that we're at the polling station, and I'm speaking to you on the phone. I can't actually look that up right now.
The problem is that there's nothing we can do. She will not be allowed to vote today. So there's nothing I can do to allow her to vote today. You're entitled to complain, put in an official complaint about this, but I will not allow her to vote today.
And what if after the complaint it's found that advice has been wrong? Are you certain?
Confident it won't.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry
All right, well, thank you very much for calling us back at any rate.
All right, you're welcome. Bye.
Okay, thanks, Mrs. Robinson. Bye.